A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What's going on, guys? Welcome to hashtag TNT JoeFi Tech News that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I am your host, Jerome Ortega. Today is Tuesday, September 22nd, 2:18 p.m. Now 2:19 p.m. We're not as late today. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? Today is Pixel 5 Day, or at least info on the Pixel 5. So we're going to discuss that today. We're going to discuss Qualcomm and their 750G. We're going to discuss whatever else is under the sun: moon, stars, wind, sky, universe. Guys, how you doing? I feel better today. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday, which is great. I still feel a little stuffy, but overall I feel okay. Actually, it was funny today. I went for my walk, and then I was at CVS. I was buying cashews, and then this woman, she was like, "Hey," and then I turn around and she's like, "You're from YouTube," and I had my mask on. I was like, "Yeah, I'm from YouTube." I was like, "Which channel?" But she recognized me from my fasting channel, which was totally did not see that coming. But I was flattered. I was humbled. But anyway, just thought I'd share that. So guys, let me say hi to everybody, and then we're going to get straight into the Pixel 5. Well, I have one quick story. Actually, before I get into chat, I want to talk about, did you order your Xbox Series X? I think it went on pre-order today. I think today pre-orders got opened, and this article here says that the Xbox Series X pre-orders sold out in mere hours. I haven't kept up with this, so I was looking to buy an Xbox Series S, but I just don't have the money. Is that still available, or is that sold out too as far as pre-orders? So for this Xbox Series X, this is their top of the line one for $500. Their Series S is $300. Almost spilled my can of pop there. But it looks like it's sold out everywhere. Stock was still appearing intermittently at Best Buy around noon Eastern time, but we haven't seen any slots pop up for some time now. The Series S took longer to run out at most stores. Okay, so it looks like that got sold out as well. The Microsoft store sold out earlier. It's back in stock as of now. That probably won't last long. So if you were looking to buy an Xbox Series S or X and you forgot to pre-order it today, I feel bad for you, son. I got 0 Xboxes and I still got none. that's my freestyle, yo. Yeah, so that's I wanted to get the S, but I don't really have a ton of money in the meantime anyway. So but yeah, it'll maybe come back in stock, maybe not. You might be SOL for a bit. That's why you got to be first to this stuff. So let me go ahead and say hi to everybody before we hop into the Pixel 5. Mr. Russell was first. Mr. Russell, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start to figure out and get a soundboard so I can play like random sound effects and music. We might as well up the production on this. I don't know how much higher production can be on this, but Mr. Russell, welcome. Thank you for being first. You came in first and you win all the things for today. Welcome, welcome. Jason Lim says import. What are we importing? Are you talking about importing the Pixel 5 to Singapore? Is that what you're saying? Jason, what's going on, man? How's your Pixel 4a? Is it doing well? I hope it is. Edgar H says Pixel 5 greater than the Pixel 4a. I need that headphone jack though. And I did respond and I said, 4A 5G sounds more up your alley, Edgar H. So yeah, if you want the same processor as the Pixel 5, maybe the 4A 5G. I look so emo in this avatar. It kind of looks weird. Let me scroll back up here. Fear of the Roo 42 says, hey, Jerome, not late today. One of the first. Woohoo. Welcome, Fear of the Roo 42. Thank you for making it early. Most appreciated. Most appreciative. Appreciate it. Big House Productions is in the house. Hey, Jerome. What's going on, Big House? How you doing today? And then there we go. 6, of course. 6 is going to talk about it. Got my Series X. My wallet will hurt. Salute, Jerome. You know what? For $500, the wallet's not going to hurt as bad. Not as bad as like a $2,000. And I'm not trying to say $500 is still a lot of money. So yes, it definitely hurts. It's crazy to think how cheap consoles are compared to some of these ridiculous phones. But congrats, 6. I look forward to seeing how that Series S, Series X. Well, you got the Series X. I would love to get one. I don't have money at this point. Anyway, Edgar H says, sure does. Not trying to spend more than $500 for a phone I use for basic stuff. Fair enough. Besides, I upgrade every year or every 2 years. Yeah. So why buy a phone for $2,000, $1,000, $1,500 if you are only going to keep it for a year? I mean, people, buy what you want to buy, but yeah, if you're going to be buying a phone every year or so, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Tobez Nwajagu, what's up, guys? What's up, Tobez? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Deepak Murthy is in here as well. Hello, Deepak. How you doing, man? Welcome. Fear the Roo 42 says Jerome got the iPhone 11 for my wife, and the camera is meh. The portrait mode is just bad. Defective device. I wouldn't say defective. I don't think portrait mode is great on it. I mean, portrait mode isn't bad. Portrait mode is better on the Pixel, but we've discussed this before. Is it? I mean, for the most part, the camera on my 11 Pro is pretty good, almost in all scenarios, unless you're aiming it in sunlight, in direct sunlight, then I get lens flare. Portrait mode, though, is nothing special. Well, wait a minute. Portrait mode on the 11 is different than it is on the 11 Pro, right? Because the 11 Pro has the telephoto, and I think it incorporates the telephoto. The 11 does not. I believe that's right. I don't know if it's defective though. And if you're not happy with it, I would return that, son. Because you don't want to have iPro. I'm trying to rhyme that shit again. Never mind. Let me know what you end up doing for the Roof 42. um, Paul says the music's playing already. What music? What? Why am I always confused when Paul's talking? Hi, Paul. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Team Verizon says, hey, everyone, currently running some client deadlines at the moment, but dropping in to say hi. Well, thank you for taking the time, Team Verizon, to stop by and say hi, and hopefully you'll get to hang out for a little bit. Amin says, yo, Amin, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Deepak says, how we doing, bro? We're good. We're good. I wasn't feeling so good yesterday, but I'm feeling a lot better today, and things are picking up. I get to eat today. Today's my refeed day, and I'm happy about that. So, Mr. Riverwind, hello there. With the "you got this" emoji. I don't know what that looks like, but thank you, Mr. Riverwind. Welcome to the stream. Team Verizon says, Jerome, Nokia announced the new 830 phone. Team Verizon, I have that as one of my stories. Team Verizon says Xbox orders failing as well. Oh, I didn't realize there were issues with that. Well, I'm glad Six got his. Big House says, great, you're feeling better. Glad you're feeling. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Paul says stuffy, a legit description. Yeah, like I feel phlegmy. That's probably TMI, but a little bit phlegmy. Tim Schumann. Hey, Jerome, you feeling better than yesterday? I am. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it, guys. I feel like we're a big family sharing our most intimate secrets. Me being stuffy is not the most intimate of secrets. William Maya. Sup, everyone? What's going on, William? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Mr. Russell says, glad you're feeling better. You're famous. because the one woman recognized me at CVS and said, hey, you're that YouTube guy. Bars. I do have some bars, but I feel very awkward doing it here. Maybe one day. Six says, I got it. Besides being an Xbox fan, scalpers are the main reason I wanted to buy it day one. No, you're absolutely right. I have friends. I have one friend in particular who's probably watching this stream. I think he just quietly lurks, but he buys a ton of this. He buys like the switches, he buys, the shoes, he buys anything that's in demand, and then he resells it and makes money off that. I don't have much to say about that. Brian says, get a Stream Deck. I know. Actually, I've been meaning to do that. I don't know if I can use Stream Deck with StreamYard though. Maybe I can. I should really try to move away from StreamYard, but I love using the comment section. I think that's one of the best things. Yeah, no, Brian, welcome, by the way. I am very familiar with Stream Deck. That wouldn't be a bad idea, though, for sounds. Yeah. Hamid Al-Shamsi, how's it going, man? Hey, guys. How you doing, Hamid? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Big Al says, Team Mariah, we have wrenches. Thanks, Jerome. No, thank you guys for helping out. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. The Pixel 4a can hit 6 hours screen on time for a small phone. See, exactly. That's what I've been hitting on mine. I've been hitting anywhere between 5.5 hours of screen on time to 6, and maybe a little more than that. Like, excellent battery life for the Pixel 4a. We promise to be responsive. There's not much to it. It's only when people are trolling or they're sending 18 messages of the same thing. That's all I need you guys to do. That's about it. Veer the Roof 42 says, to a picture of a to-go cup, the cup cut out perfectly. The straw is a blur. Oh, can send it. Yeah, send me a pic. Curious to see what that looks like. CH Gadgets is in the house. What's good? Everything's good. CH Gadgets. Welcome, man. Welcome to the stream. Fear the Roof 42 also says, how much do you think Jerome is going to start charging for his autograph now that I am not? Would you Pixel Jerome? That's not happening. Oskin, hey Jerome, I'm fighting with my friend that Pixel phones are a way lot better than iPhones. That's a tough conversation to have, Oskin. I feel a certain way about certain things. I'm biased towards Pixels though, but the iPhone is still a very good phone. we can go through a pros and cons list on that, but that can go back and forth for a while. Yeah. Team Verizon says, Oskin, I've been there before. To each his own for me. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get started. I have this first article here from The Verge that says Google's Pixel 5 design and specs revealed in latest leaks. A first look at Google's next flagship. I wasn't surprised when this came. I realized that the leaks were going to come before the actual announcement date of September 30th. And it's about time. Today's September 22nd. The announcement's going to be next Wednesday. Get ready. Get ready. Get your credit cards ready. I'm also going to be streaming the Pixel event live if you guys want to come and join me in chat and kind of just do it in real time or whatever. But next Wednesday, the Pixel 5 is going to be revealed. And it looks like the specs have already come out. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. This first photo, whoever got a hold of this leak, pretty much is showing the Pixel 5 in its wallpaper glory. You can see the blockiness and all the shapes that Pixel likes to do on their phones. See the number 5 here. Notice there's no date. And I don't know why they removed the date. Usually when they put a date on their Pixel phones, it's usually when they release it. So maybe that's why it's been removed, because here you just see the weather instead of the date and the weather. Otherwise, it's what you'd expect. It's what I was expecting for a Pixel 5. And then as we scroll down, whoops, wrong screen. Google has already announced an event for its upcoming Pixel 5 and Pixel 4a 5G smartphones on September 30th. So remember, on September 30th, we're going to get an announcement for the Pixel 4a 5G, the Pixel 5. It looks like a new Chromecast, possible new smart speaker, and maybe something about Android TV. And I think those are the big things that are going to be coming on that day. It even teased the phones themselves, but a new leak from WinFuture has revealed the best look yet at Google's new flagship Pixel 5, along with nearly all of its specs. As rumored, the Pixel 5 will reportedly feature a Snap 765G processor, complete with Qualcomm's integrated X52 modem for 5G support, although WinFuture says that it'll only support sub 6 gigahertz 5G. Again, so this isn't new. We knew that it was going to be coming with the Snap 765G processor, but this looks a little different, saying it's going to come with an integrated X52 modem for 5G, but it'll only support sub 6 gigahertz 5G. I don't know if this is 100%. Obviously, we don't know the full specs yet, but the way this article is saying is, or the way this article goes is, they're surprised given that Verizon, which has historically sold Google's flagship smartphones, requires millimeter wave 5G support for its network. Although it's possible that, similar to other recent Android phones, there are plans for a unique Verizon exclusive variant with the extra support. Let's give me. Because I'm trying not to rage. So what this article is saying is that the Pixel 5 leak that they have is showing that it does support 5G, but it's not supporting 5G for Verizon, the millimeter wave. Does it matter to me? No, because I use T-Mobile. I couldn't care less if it had millimeter wave or not. But what I wanted was all 5G support on the Pixel 5 altogether. Sub 6 gigahertz, mid-band 2.5G, millimeter wave. So it'll cover Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, your mom's carrier, your dad's carrier, everybody, right? So there wouldn't be confusion about, well, which one should I buy? Oh, I have Verizon. I want millimeter wave. Do I need to go to the Verizon store and buy their special unique one that they charge an extra $100 for, that they add some bloatware on it, that they add 18 of our Verizon logos on it? Is that the one I should buy? No, don't buy that one. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that isn't the case. I have another article that says that maybe this particular Pixel 5 was built this way because it was made for Europe and not the States. So let's hope that's the case here. But I don't want a Verizon exclusive. I'm tired of Verizon exclusives. I'm tired of exclusives in general. I don't need that shit. None of us need that shit. I don't want to try to explain, well, this is the one you should look for. This is the one you should buy if you're under this carrier. No. Why does it have to be this way? iPhones don't do that. You want an iPhone? Buy an iPhone. Has all the bands on it. End of story. Just buy it. Okay, moving on. So the display is apparently a 6-inch 2340 by 1080 OLED panel in a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio with a 90 hertz refresh rate. I don't think this was surprising. I don't think this was surprising either. I think we all knew it was going to have a 90 hertz refresh rate. I think some people were hoping for 120, but I'll take 90. That's fine. It's going to have a 6-inch screen, which is going to be about the same form factor as my Pixel 4a, which I'm really looking forward to because I love this form factor. I think this form factor is great for a one-handed phone. For people who enjoy small form factors, I think you can't go wrong with it. It also has a hole punch selfie camera to match the recently released 4a. Google appears to have shrunken down the chin on the bottom of the display too for a uniform bezel around the display. So not only are you going to get a small form factor like the 4a, but there's going to be less bezel. It's going to be more symmetrical. I think it's going to be badass. If you ask me, I think it's going to be a great form factor, a full screen display on the front. I don't think I could ask for anything more when it comes to that. So notably absent the radar-based motion sense array for gesture controls that were touted as a major feature of last year's Pixel 4. This Pixel 4, this one right here, solely, right? Is that what we're calling it? It's solely. I'm trying to think. Yeah. So gesture controls, motion gesture controls, whatever you want to call it, something I never used on my Pixel 4. So for me, I don't want to just say good riddance, but it's no, what's the phrase I'm looking for? It's no sweat off my back. It's no, I don't care. I don't care that they got rid of it. It doesn't make a difference for me. Along with any sort of in-display fingerprint scanner. And I don't care about that. I'm so glad that the fingerprint scanner is coming for the Pixel 5, the rear fingerprint scanner, that we're not getting face unlock that the Pixel 5, the Pixel 4 gave us. I don't want face unlock that the Pixel 4 had. I'd rather not have it. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't mind it as long as they gave us the fingerprint reader as well. I'll take both, especially in today's times when we have masks on and it's an annoyance to take the mask off. Well, I'm not taking the mask off in public to unlock my phone. I'd rather put a pin in, but I would rather use my fingerprint reader more than anything else. So, yeah, I don't even know why they're talking about in-display fingerprint scanners, because I just don't think they're up to scale yet. I don't think they're as good as the rear fingerprint reader on the Pixel 4a. And I'm happy to see the 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 to have that rear fingerprint reader. Google is apparently sticking with a standard rear mounted option, although WinFuture doesn't have any pictures of the back of the device to share yet. Hopefully it does come with that rear fingerprint reader. I'm pretty sure it will. Rounding out the specs are 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, a 4080 milliamp hour battery, IP68 dust and water resistance, and 18 watt USB-C fast charging. What am I missing here? So what's exciting? What's exciting about this Pixel 5 is the fact that it's going to be a small form factor like the Pixel 4a. It's going to have a rear fingerprint reader. It's going to have a full display on the front, and even fuller display, right? An even fuller display, less bezel. And the fact that it's going to have more RAM. So we're going to get a faster processor, a 765G chipset over a 730. It's going to have 8 gigs of RAM instead of 6. And then it's going to have a gigantic, I won't say gigantic, it's going to have a big battery. This Pixel 4a has a 3100 milliamp hour battery, right? and the Pixel 5 is going to have 4,000 in the same form factor, which is going to be great. I already get tremendous battery life out of my Pixel 4a, 5.5 to 6 hours of screen on time over a day off the charger, between 24, 36 hours or so. I would assume, even though the Pixel 5 is going to have a 90 hertz refresh rate and a bit of a stronger chipset, it's going to have a much bigger battery. And I would imagine that I'm also going to get around 5.5 to 6 hours of screen on time on the Pixel 5, maybe even more, which would be great. I would love to see that, but we'll see. The things that I'm surprised though is to see the IP68 dust and water resistance, but I see nothing here about wireless charging, right? So there was talk about a plastic build, and it doesn't look like a lot of these are. We don't know if a lot of this is set in stone yet. So let's just move on. We'll keep talking about it though. So of course, given that it's a Pixel phone, the biggest feature will likely be the cameras. Google is once again featuring two sensors, a 16 megapixel wide angle camera and a 12.2 megapixel telephoto. Telephoto? What? Are they talking about the main shooter here? Although it's expanding the field of view of both. The wide angle now has a 107-degree field of view, while the main camera now shoots at 77 degrees. Okay, so main camera. Did they? Okay. The front-facing camera is similarly an 8 megapixel sensor, the same as last year's Pixel 4 lineup. But as is usually the case with Google, if there are any big improvements, they'll likely come in the software side of things, not the hardware. So I did a little research, and I noticed that, okay, so let's talk about the obvious. There is going to be a wide angle on the Pixel 5, an ultra wide or whatever. I don't even know if they're going to call it an ultra wide, but it's coming with a wide additional lens. And then you're going to have the main shooter, but there's no talk here about the telephoto. Even though this says 12.2 megapixel telephoto, I'm assuming they're talking about the main shooter. So no telephoto on the Pixel 5. There's already an advantage on the iPhone 12 or the iPhone 12 mini if that price is the same price as the Pixel 5, because the iPhone 12 will have, well, no, actually the 12 mini might not have a telephoto on its low end, because that's what they did with the 11. Google's just copying. They're just copying the iPhone at this point. But yeah, the Pixel 5 will have a wide angle and it'll have a main shooter. This wide angle is saying it has 107 degrees field of view. I think the iPhone 11 Pro or the iPhone 11, I think their field of view is 120, if I remember correctly, or 122. I think it's around 120 degrees. So the iPhone is going to have a little bit of a wider field of view. And it's saying here the main camera now shoots at 77 degrees. But when I looked at the specs of that as well, I think the Pixel 4 shoots at 77 degrees. I think the Pixel 4a shoots at 77 degrees. Hold on, let me check that. Pixel 4a field of view. Doesn't say. I'm sure the specs are there somewhere for it, but I don't know. Yeah. No. So like, look. The Pixel 4a. This is the 4a, just in case you're, 4a. Sorry, I'm on Vi's page, but the Pixel 4a rear camera shows a 77 degree field of view. Sorry, that screen should be bigger. 77 degree field of view for the Pixel 4a. They're making it sound like it's a different camera or completely different or whatever, and it's not. It's the same camera as the 4a. I don't think there's going to be any improvement unless, again, Google has something up their sleeve, and I don't know if they do. It's slightly annoying for me because I was really hoping the Pixel 5 was going to be more, was going to be a step above in the camera department, and I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be exactly the same as the Pixel 4a 5G. It's going to be the exact same as the Pixel 4a, except it's not going to have, the Pixel 4a doesn't have a ultra wide, super wide, mega wide, whatever wide camera on it. The Pixel 5 might have a little more in terms of like processing power, neural core, or whatever they call it, but I think the results are going to be negligible. I don't think you're really going to notice that much of a difference, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Google is expected to fully announce the Pixel 5 and the 4a 5G on September 30th, alongside a variety of other new products, including a new Google TV-based device and a new Nest smart speaker. We talked about that earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to break into this other article here on 9 to 5 Google, where it talks about, because there are a couple other things that The Verge didn't talk about. So this article says the Pixel 5 leaks in official renders with a 107-degree field of view wide-angle camera and then 4K 60 video. I'm a little curious about this 4K 60 video because I thought this wasn't going to be possible with their current lineup of optics. But maybe I'm missing something. Following Chromecast with Google TV and Nest Audio last week, official Pixel 5 renders have now leaked ahead of the September 30 event. I love how this ad is of a ninja because I just bought one recently. Thank you for spying on me, internet. Many device specifications have previously already leaked. So we've read about a lot of this. I'm just going to like break into the things that we didn't talk about. For example, the 6-inch 90 hertz display has a 432 pixel per inch with a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio protected by Gorilla Glass 6, which is a one generation upgrade from the Pixel 4. This renders leak also shows how the Pixel 5 has a pretty narrow bottom bezel, because you can see right here, there isn't much of a bezel. It looks like a real full display, which I'm happy to see. According to this report, the housing, unclear what specific component is referenced, of the phone is made of 100% recycled aluminum, and there is IP68 water and dust resistance. So there was a big rumor that everything was going to be plastic for the Pixel 5, and maybe that's not the case. We're going to get actual better premium quality materials, recycled aluminum, not polycarbonate. I mean, I feel a certain way about this phone. I feel like Google could have gone two ways with this, but let's just read this article and then I will get into chat. I will give you my thoughts. We'll have a discussion. There is a 4,080 milliamp hour battery that supports wireless charging with a reverse power capability for accessories. Meanwhile, the second 16 megapixel wide angle camera has a 107-degree field of view with an f2.2 aperture. There's the same 12.2 main camera as before, but it now supports 4K 60 frames a second and 1080p 240 frames per second video recording. The front-facing camera is still 8 megapixel, but the field of view has been reduced from 90 to 83 degrees. Why they would reduce that, I'm not sure. But I'm sure a lot of people are going to be happy that 4K 60 frames a second is finally going to be a thing on the Pixel 5. I just wish Google upgraded the optics for the Pixel 5, but whatever. I'm like crying over the same thing over and over. We get additional confirmation that the Pixel 5 is powered by the Snap 765G with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, but WinFuture only cites sub-6 gigahertz 5G radios. This makes sense given the European nature of this leak, with a model that supports millimeter wave presumably coming stateside. So what this is saying is like, yeah, we got this leak from Europe. It doesn't show millimeter wave, but that's because we don't have that in Europe or whatever. And the US will probably get the version that has millimeter wave in it. Let's hope that it's not, again, a Verizon exclusive, because I will lose my shit. I will bitch about it for a while, and then I'll clip that video and people will say, Jerome, stop complaining about the same shit. But you know what? No. If you don't want to listen to it, then you can go ride a horse on the Dan Ryan. Anyway, Somebody rode a horse on the Dan Ryan yesterday in Chicago. The Dan Ryan is the expressway, like at rush hour. Someone rode a horse, literally rode a horse on the expressway. Okay. In terms of colors, we see the black model that Google has officially teased. The lock button looks metallic and is black with no splash of color. So this is kind of disappointing for me. I wanted a splash of color. Even if I'm just going to get black, I don't want black on black. I wanted black on something else. White, yellow, orange, magenta, crimson, turquoise. What's that one color? Chartreuse. That was the one I was thinking of. I wanted a splash of color. I think that's what Google's known for. I hope they're not using the Pixel 5 as their premium device and keeping everything one solid color, because then that's just more a la Apple. Everything is a la Apple. I'm tired of Google just needs to do their own shit. Please, Google. Please. God damn it. Where's the telephoto camera? Why is there no telephoto camera? Okay, the lock button looks metallic and is black with no splash of color. Retailers yesterday confirmed a green variant is coming. That is the one that I want. When pre-orders come for this, I'm going to order. I've told this to chat many times. I'm going to order the 4A 5G and I'm also going to order the 5, but I will order every variant so that I get whatever color first. I want the green one. Hopefully the green one is going to be the one that comes to me first. But yeah, we'll see. Thanks to this renders leak, we also see the Pixel 5's advertising focused wallpaper. Blocks and shapes are used to form 5G, while there is the numeral 5. Oh, I didn't even notice the G part. The Pixel launchers at a glance widget in this image oddly drops the date and just shows the weather. This could be a leak prevention measure, as what appears there is usually the launch day/date. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed that it's black on black. Maybe this isn't going to be the final, but okay, so this is the G, I guess. 5G, because that's all we can talk about lately is 5G. Yeah, and you'll see here, this is the European version because this is showing Celsius and not Fahrenheit. So maybe the stateside version will be all 5G bands. That's my hope. All right. Let me So there's no word on pricing. I think I went to another article or two and I didn't see anything about pricing at all. Nobody talked about how much this phone was going to cost. There was a leak that was saying that the Pixel 5 was showing at 629 euro, which I don't know what that equates to in US, but I'm assuming it's in the high 600s, maybe high mid. I don't know. I'm guessing that the US version is going to cost $650 US. That is my guess, but that's not really a guess. That's what we've been hearing about. There have been rumors that it's going to cost $700. I don't want it to cost $700, especially if these are the specs that we're going to get with it. I don't think it's worth it, but I'm going to buy it anyway. So here's where I wanted to like kind of give my opinion on this. I would have foregone the IP68 dust and water resistance. I would have foregone like the build material, the recycled aluminum. I don't even see anything here about wireless charging, which actually makes me wonder, is there no wireless charging because there have been issues with the batteries on the Pixels lately, like with it bulging or whatever? Maybe they've realized they're not getting it right and there have been quality issues and they decided that there's going to be no wireless charging this time around. But I would have assumed that if the Pixel 5 was going to be released and they were going to charge $650 or $700, they were going to up the build material, they were going to up wireless, or they were going to add wireless charging, they were going to do IP68 dust and water resistance because they needed to add those things because they were putting a Snapdragon 765G in here because they weren't improving the camera hardware at all. But this time around, this Pixel 5 isn't even showing a headphone jack. and I don't see anything with wireless charging. There are a lot of compromises on this Pixel 5. Again, there might be something special about this phone that we don't know, but I don't know if I'm really seeing that or not. At this point, my hope is we're going to see this phone come at $650. The point I was trying to make is I would have rather them put I would have rather Google made a plastic build for the Pixel 5, eliminate IP68 dust and water resistance. There's no wireless charging on it, right? And put a better chipset in there instead to differentiate itself from the 4A 5G because it's going to have the same camera setup. I would have rather had that. The Pixel 5 has a lot going for it, if we can call it that, because it's going to have a really nice form factor. It's going to have a huge display. It's going to have a 90 hertz refresh rate if you're into that. It's going to have a big battery. It's going to have good battery life. This is going to be a phone that I can almost guarantee is going to have good battery life. Don't quote me on that. Don't come after me if it doesn't, because I will bitch along with you and say, I never said that. $650, I think, is the price point I would be okay with. But if this phone really wants to compete, especially with this iPhone 12 mini that's coming out, I would love to see this phone get priced at $599. I don't think it's going to happen, but if they price this phone at $599, I think it would be a hit. I think it would be a great price. I think it would be a fair price. I don't know if I have anything else to say about it. Let me get into chat here because I don't want to hog. This is about all of us. I don't want it to just be about me all day here. So let me get into chat. I do see super chats, so let me get into those first. Jason Lim with $5 Singaporean. I'm probably saying that wrong again. Dollars. Jason Lim, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Didn't know you're sick. Glad you're feeling better. Now get to work. I am. I was working yesterday and I'm working today. So Jason, thank you for the support, man. Thank you so much. As usual, you've been a regular with the support and just chiming in and hopping in here. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you. Thank you. And then Bert Kuhn with also a $5 super chat. Bert, also very regular with the super chats. Bert, thank you so much. Based on the rumor, I think I'm looking for the 4A 5G. And I don't blame you. This is something that I've been saying for quite some time now. I think the 4A 5G will be the better deal than the Pixel 5. If you can live without 90 hertz refresh rate, IP68 dust and water resistance, yeah, I think the 4A 5G at a $500 price point will be better than the $650 price point on the Pixel 5. Now, if the Pixel 5 prices at $600, that might be a different story. But we'll see. Okay. Bert Kuhn, thank you. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate it. As always, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. All right. Let me scroll up here because I know there's a lot of chat that I probably missed. Okay. Scrolling down. David Yoho. Hey, David, how's it going, man? Since the 11 update, I'm getting another half hour of screen on time. Pixel 3a 6 to 6.5 hours. That's awesome, man. That's great. Hamid says, new leaks suggest that it's made of 100% recyclable aluminum and a coating similar to that on the Pixel 2. But it also states that it has wireless charging. Is that even possible? I'd be impressed. Does it state wireless charging? Oh, it does. I even said it. There's a 4,080 milliamp hour battery that supports wireless charging with a reverse power capability for accessories. So there you go. Yeah, so again, thank you, Hamed, for pointing that out. I didn't even realize it. So really quick, let me kind of reiterate that. I still would have preferred a Pixel 5 with less build material, with a polycarbonate, with a plastic build material, without wireless charging, without IP68 dust and water resistance, without, what else am I missing here? I think that's it. Even without a 90 hertz refresh rate. I would have omitted all of those things to have a better chipset in the Pixel 5 to differentiate itself from the Pixel 4a 5G since they're not upgrading the camera, or at least it looks like it. That's my opinion on it. I mean, I'll still take it. Again, it still has a lot going for it, but is it worth it? I don't know just yet. All right. CH Gadget says you have to start watching out for those mobs. You may need some bodyguards when you go to the. No, it's not. She was a very nice lady who recognized me. It was very flattering. Solwong says, I want to see the green pixel color already. So do I. I want to know if it's a bright green, a dark green, a lime green. I have no idea. Solwong, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you. Big House says, are you going to stream at the same time next Wednesday for the Pixel launch? So the Pixel launch is actually streaming an hour before I normally stream. I think the Pixel is getting streamed at 1 p.m. Central. So I'm going to stream at 1 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then right after the Pixel event, I will stream my regular stream as I do. So it'll be like a 2-hour show. Maybe 2.5 hours, maybe longer. We'll see. So just FYI. Okay, let me see here. Tony Pazzo is in the house. Hi, Jerome. What's going on, Tony? How you doing, man? Welcome. Vito, what's going on, Vito? I haven't seen you in a minute. Vito Viziato says, I'm pretty sure in the US it'll support millimeter wave 5G. Also very curious about the green color. I really wish it was still a 6.3 inch display. It's the perfect size for me. Yeah. And so I think at that point you have to, I guess, decide whether you want a smaller form factor like the Pixel 5 or go with something like the Pixel 4a 5G at a cheaper price. Yeah, no. I know it's going to support millimeter wave. I just don't want it to be two separate. I don't want there to be a exclusive Verizon millimeter wave version and then, a version, an unlocked version of the Pixel 5 that doesn't have millimeter wave bands in it. I just don't like that. I don't like having all that confusion when it comes to phones. I don't like having exclusivity when it comes to carriers. That I feel like that breaks what I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. Salwong says, hopefully the Pixel 6 will have the in-display fingerprint scanner and it doesn't look outdated on the back. You mean with the rear fingerprint reader? This looking outdated? I don't think that looks outdated. That's me though. And I still haven't seen a in-display fingerprint reader on the front that I've been happy with. I don't think I've had anything as consistent as the rear fingerprint reader on my 4A or previous devices on the Pixel that have a rear fingerprint reader. That's me though. Vito says, I really don't want to go back to a fingerprint scanner. You advance in technology and then go back to something old. Just doesn't look good. They could have definitely improved it and kept it. Here's the thing, Vito. And I've said this before. As far as Face Unlock, Face ID, especially on the Pixel 4, it wasn't ready for it. The Pixel 4 was not ready for Face Unlock. When it first came out, it was not working as good as Face ID did. At least in my personal experience, it didn't. But to add on to it, third-party developers were not on board with Face Unlock. It took 9 months, I believe, to get the Chase app to work with Face Unlock. During that time, I had to put my password in on my Pixel 4 to use Face Unlock on it. And it was annoying. So I never used it. I just used my iPhone instead. And then when the Pixel 4a came out, I was like, well, this solves all the problems, especially with wearing masks and all that kind of stuff. Again, if you want to solve the problems for everybody, add everything in it. But they're not going to do that. I still have issues with Face ID. It still isn't perfect for me. I still have to put my face a certain way if I'm laying in bed or whatever. And yeah, those are like little inconveniences. Those are first world problems. But when I can put my fingerprint on the back of the phone and have it unlock without moving my face a certain way, I would rather have that than deal with face unlock technology. All right. Zane Beg says the only reason I would like to have Face Unlock is in the winter when I wear gloves, but overall I like rear fingerprint readers the most. That's a good point too. That's something I didn't think about. It's been a while since I spent the last winter in California. I forgot about that reason too for gloves. Forgot about that. Team Verizon says I miss the days when cameras didn't stick so far out from the back panel. You know what? I I don't know why that's never really bothered me as much. I know it does bother people, but like that's never been an issue for me. I never was like, man, this sticks too far out. But that's what she said. Vito says, you didn't see Apple introduce Face ID and then get rid of it because you don't do that. You continue to improve its functionality. I mean, to be fair, that's a good point. I still, for me though, personally, I prefer a fingerprint scanner over face unlock technology. Then again, I would still have both because then I have the option for both. And then I think it helps with it helps in the convenience factor overall. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. All right. Big House says Pixel is way overdue for larger batteries. I'm looking forward to it. Deepak also says after this pandemic dies, we will heavily go back to Face ID or similar unlocking mechanisms. For sure. Nick Coletti says, all right, Google, fine. I'll upgrade from my Pixel 3 XL just for that battery life. I mean, if there's a better time, it's now. At least you didn't buy the Pixel 4 and get that end of the stick, because it was a big point of contention for me for a long time. Big House says not a huge deal because I use battery cases. There you go. Fear the Roof 42 says I read that the back is going to be glad with aluminum rails and work charging. What? Paul says here, Poco, both in-display fingerprint and face unlock handy because I'm wearing gloves in the gym. ID fingerprint not working then. The OnePlus 5T and 7 Pro had that too. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The convenience of having all of that, I think, is the real solution there. Okay, what am I missing here? Mike Morabito. Mike, how's it going, man? I really want that wallpaper. Anyone know where I can get it? I don't think it's been leaked yet, but you want the 5 wallpaper? It says 5G on it. What phone are you putting it on? No judgment, but a little judgment. Mike Morabito, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you in here. Mario says 107-degree field of view. That's not that wide. Yeah, when I saw that spec and I compared it to the iPhone, I was like, well, why didn't they? Yeah, I don't know. Mario, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Selwong says, use uBlock Origin to block ads. Thank you. I'll look into that. I wasn't, I was using ad block for a while and then I don't know. Yeah. David Yoho says Pixel 3a has a 76-degree field of view. Looks like they're staying about the same. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're changing much when it comes to that. I feel like people are going to get a pretty similar camera experience overall for the Pixel 4a, 5G, Pixel 5, unless they have something up their sleeve, and I don't think that they do. Deepak says Apple and Samsung phones go up to 119, 120 degrees on the ultra wide. Yeah. So, the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 are falling a little short. Mario says, I like my Pixel 4 XL and I like Face Unlock. I'm not sure if I'm going to upgrade or not. I like what I have now. There you go. I mean, if it's not broken, we know how that goes. However that saying goes. Don't fix it or just spend your money. Darkman X2G, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Battery life going to be nice. Finally, Google fixing the battery life. Finally. Darkman also says I can never stick with the Pixel for the whole entire year because of battery life. So it's good. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I carry my 4A as my daily. That battery life is something to. I'm so glad I have it now. I'm so glad I don't have battery anxiety. It's not something I worry about like I used to. Jason says, if the Pixel 5 is using the same sensor, why only now 4K 60 video recording? Yes. See, that's where my thought was. That's where my thought was going with that. Google telling us the 855 cannot support. Yeah, I'm a little surprised as well. Why that's the case. That's why when I read that, I was like, wait a minute. Now they're going to do 4K 60 even with the 765 chipset? Yeah. Nick Coletti says, rode a horse on the expressway. Is 2020 Walking Dead coming true? No, not exactly. But when I saw that, I was like, man, I was now. A lot of things don't surprise me, but that surprised me. I was like, holy shit, a horse on the Dan Ryan. Didn't expect that at all. So Long says, a la Apple. Not that kind of Allah, but the other Allah. Jennifer Cho. Hey, Jennifer, how's it going? Hi, chat. Which color would you choose for the Pixel 4a 5G? There's a black color and a white color. I would pick white just to have something different for me. A lot of people are agreeing. White, 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 white. Jason says iPhone got midnight green. Google also. Oh my God. Hopefully Google doesn't do a midnight green. I don't want to have another midnight green phone. I already have that. I would rather, I mean, I don't mind it, but I want something different. Please, Google, don't copy. Give us something different. Jennifer Cho says, I wish they would put one out in the 3A's purple. Yeah, I would. I just want something different, really. Google should bring back the original Pixel Blue. Ooh, I remember that color. I never owned that one. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't own that color. I don't remember if it was because it was sold out or it was like coming later than the other colors, but yeah. Paul. We'll see. Who knows? Okay. Ahmed says, guys, like the video. Come on. Yeah, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, it's a way to support. I do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, I do stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It is a way to support. I do appreciate it very much. So thank you. Thank you, Ahmed, for pointing that out. There you go. Nick says Nexus 5 red/orange, please. That isn't coming though, but I used to have that color too. It's man, I forgot about that color. Yeah, Jonathan Rivera, I'm sorry. The article did state wireless charging. I missed that. My bad. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Jason says all modern phones are held together with strong adhesive. Once exposed to extreme heat, they break away easily, especially their battery bloated and forces the case to bulge. There you go. Oskin says, yes, 9 to 5 Google says about the wireless chargers, man. I know, my bad. I'm sorry. Jennifer says, I wish I could see the 4A in person at places like Best Buy, but no luck so far. It would help me decide between the 4A 5G. I mean, if you know what a 4 feels like the 4A and the 4 are very similar. Like the 4 has a bit more heft to it. It does feel a little more premium, but it isn't anything like leaps and why do I keep forgetting that saying? Leaps and bounds and leaps. It's not leaps above the 4A. The 4 and the 4A feel similar. Form factor, very similar. If you hold a 4, it's very similar to a 4A. Y 2019 says hello. Hello, Y. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. All right. Piotr. Am I saying that right? Piotr Rakasi? Oh, I'm probably butchering it. I'm sorry. Piotr. How's it going, man? Not disappointed with the lack of an XL version? So for me, I prefer a smaller form factor. So I'm okay with the 6-inch screen. Plus the fact that it's going to have very minimal bezel and be more screen than bezel, like I'm happy with that. But that's me. I know there are people who want a bigger form factor, and I totally get that. I'm a smaller guy. I have smaller hands. So having a 6-inch, very similar to a 4 or a 4A, having that similar form factor, I'm all down, or I'm down with that. Tony says, Piotr. God, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but welcome. Tony says those prices are high. Yeah, they're definitely high, especially when you can get, God, a lot of these Chinese phones are way cheaper, but yeah, I'm not arguing that fact either. Fear the Ruse says, I'm just going to say F it and just pick up a used variant of my first phone. Long live the StarTAC. Long live StarTAC for sure. Jamel, am I saying that right? Jamel Gay, Pixel 5 would actually be great with all those specs with a 6.2-inch screen priced at $499 for 6 gigs and $550 at 8 gigs. I'd love to see that too, but I think at this point we're kind of just hoping and dreaming. So Jamel, welcome to the stream. I don't know if I've seen you in here before, but welcome. Tony says I'm thinking $399 and $599. $399 for the 4A 5G, $599 for the Pixel 5. I mean, the Pixel 5, $599, I think would be a fair price for sure. $399. I mean, we all know that the 4A 5G is going to be coming in at $499 at this point. So yeah. Oskin says, but still, it doesn't have a headphone jack, so we can't play battle royale games like PUBG because in Bluetooth, the audio will be around 1 second latency. Yeah, that's, you know what? I never even thought about that, Oskin. That's a great point. I didn't think about that. For people who game on their phones and having audio lag on it, that must be frustrating for sure. I luckily I don't play games that way, so I don't have that issue, but that's why when I play games on my PC, I don't use wireless. I don't use a wireless headset. I don't use anything like that. I'm all wired up because I don't want to deal with any kind of latency whatsoever. Jamal says, go back to the Nexus days, get the 865 plus plastic build, no 90 hertz, no IP rating, $499 sold. Yes, exactly. Jamal, that's exactly how I feel. Totally on board with you with that price point. Get rid of all of those like extra luxuries that I don't think a lot of us even care about, think about. I would do that in a heartbeat. Bert Kuhn says, just keep the Pixel 2 XL black and white body with the full screen display. The panda color, is that what we're talking about? I missed the panda colorway. Mario, hey Jerome, face unlock on the Pixel 4 XL was great. Now, when I first got my phone, facing unlocked wasn't that good. It's good now. Yeah, so I noticed on my Pixel 4 that face unlock got better. I did notice that. And then Chase got the face unlock app to work. I don't know if my Capital One app still has gotten that fixed, but I haven't used my Pixel 4 in so long, which is a shame. But yeah, this Pixel 4 that I have isn't going to last me for much longer. I'm just holding on to it so I can do a camera comparison with the Pixel 5, and then probably going to sell it because it's just the Pixel 4 didn't do it for me, not this year. The Pixel 4a, though, I'm holding on to that for sure. Fear the Roof 42 says, now that you're notorious, Jerome, will Pixel be sending you phones? No, they won't. They won't be sending me phones. Actually, Will's not in here, I don't think, but Will always says like Jerome is too like I'm too blunt with how I feel about stuff. I'm too straightforward. I've said it many times. I don't bend over for companies. I'm not kissing their ass, and I never will. I'm thankful. If a company wants to give me free shit, I'm very thankful. You guys don't even understand. I get emails all the time for free accessories, free cases, free whatever, and I don't even reply to them because I don't want a bunch of random shit. I don't like. These people want to send me cases that I'm never even going to review. What am I going to do? Throw a case on it? Yeah, here's the case. It feels like a case. What am I going to do with it now? I mean, maybe I should get those things. I was thinking about getting all these free items because that's what I was going to do before. Get all these free items, talk about it on the stream, and then give it away to you guys and like hold whatever. Or give them away to my YouTube members or whatever. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get all this free shit and just start giving them away. I'll do them live on stream and then give them away afterwards. All right. Amin says, I bought the Pixel 4 hoping that Google would hold on to Soli and improve it over time, so I'm a little disappointed. I don't blame your disappointment. I don't. I think a lot of people were hoping for more. I was hoping for more, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. I honestly never used it. I didn't get much out of it. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I'm sorry, Amin. Maybe it's time to upgrade. Okay. Piotr says, general public prefers the punch hole design that eliminates face unlock for now. Only iPhone can get away with a notch for another year. You're not wrong. I still want a selfie pop-up cam, but that's not going to happen either. Ed Collins. Hey Ed, how's it going, man? Pixel 5, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, 5G, a 6-inch screen with a wide and ultra wide back lenses. Yes, that's exactly what we're getting, Ed. 83 degrees. Well, 107 degrees for the ultra wide. 77 for the main shooter. Oh, you're talking about the front, down from 90 to 83. Yes, you're correct. You're correct. Edgar says maybe they fixed the overheating issues that it could cause if they enabled 4K 60 recording. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what Google's doing half the time. Sanjula Jaya Singh. Oh god damn it. My light went out. My other light is my other battery's charging. God damn it. Sanjula, welcome. I hope they change to an autofocus lens for the front-facing camera. Pixel 4 front-facing focus is fixed, and it's super annoying when your face is blurred and the background is super sharp. I never even realized that. Sanjula, that's how often I use the front camera. All right, I got to be right back. I need to get. God, that battery, other battery I have is not going to last long either. So, okay, I'll be right back. If anyone's wondering, let them know I'm getting my battery to replace whatever. All right, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. Changing battery for the light. That's what I'm doing. Just if any, there we go. Okay, that light is probably only going to last me half an hour, this light. So let's say we got about half an hour. FYI, we are over the hour. So we are in TNT Joe-Fi. So we're in TNT Joe-Fi OT. We're doing OT right now, folks. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Edgar H says, who did a thumbs down? It happens. People are going to hate. People hate all the time. You should see my DMs and people with the shit they say. Don't worry about it. I couldn't care less. Okay, let me see here. Zane Begg says the Pixel 5 green is probably going to be similar to the mint green Pixel Buds. Just my guess. Ooh, that's a good point. Didn't think about that. Oskin says no Pixel 5 XL. Nope, no Pixel 5 XL. Ted says I think it's Piotr. I still think that they pronounce it Piotr. Am I not? I don't know. I thought Piotr. Whatever. Hi, Ted. How's it going? Class of 86. Hi, Class of 86. Watching your live feed and loving it. Thank you, Class of 86. Have I seen you in here before? I don't know if I have. If I have not, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Let me see. Oskin says Pixel 4a 5G and Pixel 5 going global on September 30th. I hope the Pixel 4a comes to India at the same date. Fingers crossed for you, Oskin. I hope you're able to get that soon. Team Verizon says, Jerome, I review. I'm not hating on anyone that reviews cases. I'm saying I don't review them, but I get offered them all the time. And anyway. X Techie. Hey, X Techie, how's it going? I believe you should get them. Maybe it'll benefit someone. You know what? I'm sure the cases will benefit someone if I gave them away, but for me to do a review on them, I would just be lying. I mean, I could always slap a case on it and be like, yeah, this is the case. It feels like plastic. It feels like rubber. I don't know how good it is because I just put it on for 10 seconds. Do you want it for free? I'll give it away to a YouTube member. But maybe that's what you guys want. Maybe I'll get a couple and give them away. Ted says, yes, give them away. Your members get priority. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll look into that. Why doesn't Google target price conscious markets? Because we don't know what Google's doing anymore. Bert says all Best Buys still don't have Pixel 4a demo units, only have 3a and Pixel 4 despite Google discontinued those phones. Yeah, who knows what Google's doing, guys? Who knows? Pixel 4a will still go strong even after the Pixel 5. I agree. I completely agree. Lewis is in here. What's up, Slim Jim? What's going on, Lewis? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. All right, let me scroll down. I think we're good. Okay. So Piotr is like Peter, but I know that Piotr is Peter. I just didn't know if I should pronounce it Piotr or Peter. Like in high school, I grew up with a lot of Polish people. I mean, I doesn't mean that like I knew everything in Poland, but I just heard people used to say, yeah, doing good with the pronunciation. Yeah, screw you, Ted. Okay. Team Verizon, I was wrong. Piotr. Yeah, see? Team Verizon says, I wish Google would sell Pixels to more developing countries. I completely agree. X-Techie says, let me tell you about case reviews. It's just to showcase the design and protection that it provides. People like to know in advance. No, I know that. I'm aware of that. It's just, for me, I don't get, here's the thing. I like to talk. That's why that's why this segment is called TNT Joe-Fi. It's tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. It's not what everyone else finds interesting. It's not what everyone else is talking about. It's the shit that I like to talk about. It's just kind of how I roll. It's just for me to talk about cases that I have no interest in. I should just get them though. And then I can show a 2-minute review and then tell the companies, hey, here it is. And then they'll never send me cases again, which is fine because nobody ever gives me shit twice. Okay, let me see here. Oskin says, today I showed the Pixel 4a videos and asked my dad that I need it. The only thing that was asked is how much does it cost? But unfortunately, I have no answer. I'm sorry, Oskin. I tried to convince my dad to buy me a Pixel 4a. Piotr says, did you know your chair looks like an IKEA wardrobe? I wasn't aware, but I'm like trying to move to, yeah, thanks. I mean, like I have a lot of stuff from IKEA in here. I'm about to do once I have like an art piece coming. Once that comes in, I'm going to do like an apartment tour of my place. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's move on. But real quick, guys, do me a favor. If you have not, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, you can hit the other thumbs up button. I do stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. So if you'd like, hit that subscribe button, which is, I don't know where it is, but subscribing to the channel does help support, and I do appreciate it. Also, if you are in chat and if you're in chat and if you've noticed people with green in their name, you've noticed a red Chicago star next to their name, that is because they are part of the Phone Jerome fam, and you could be one too for as little as 99 cents a month. All you got to do is click that blue join button. You will get the red Chicago star next to your name. You'll get to use custom emoji. You'll get your name in every single intro and outro to my live streams. You'll also get access to my private Discord where we talk about whatever tech, fasting, fitness, anything. So consider being a member. It is a way to help, and you can do for as little as 99 cents a month. If you can't find that blue join button, you can go to youtube.com/PhoneJerome/join. I understand not everybody has money to do so, and I totally understand, which is also why I say hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it is a way to support. Otherwise, thank you guys. Let's move on. We're going to talk about Qualcomm. I don't even know anything about this because I haven't had a chance to read this, but Qualcomm announced their Snapdragon 750G, its latest 5G capable chip. So we've been talking a lot about Snapdragon 700 series chips. The Pixel 4a has the Snapdragon 730, and then Qualcomm announced a newer version of that called the 732G, which is an overclocked version of the 730. And I believe they put that in the Poco X3 NFC. And then now there's news about this Snapdragon 750G. I wonder if this 750G is the chipset that they're going to put in the Pixel 5a. Maybe. All right, let's read about it. So in August, Qualcomm announced the Snap 732G and later teased that 5G was coming to its 4 series next year. Qualcomm is now ending the month by announcing the Snap 750G. The goal with this chipset is to bring a selection of premium mobile features to an even wider audience. So far, there are 140 5G designs based on the 7 series. Qualcomm's latest offering joins the Snap 690, 765, 768, and 865. The Snap 750G starts with an octa-core 2.2 gig. So yeah, it's obviously lower clock speed than this. It's obviously a lower clock speed than the 765G. And then compared to the 730G, which is what is on the Pixel 4a, although is this a 730 or is this a 730G? Either way, it says here, yeah, which is found on the Pixel 4a, a 20% improvement. Also, the fact that the Pixel 4a with the 730G doesn't have 5G on it. And this 750G will have 5G. All right. So meanwhile, the Adreno 619 GPU has 10% better graphics. Why does my phone? Okay, never mind. Meanwhile, the Adreno 619 GPU has 10% better graphics versus the 730G, while Snapdragon Elite gaming features are present. The most notable is Adreno updatable drivers via Google Play. It supports 120 Hz FHD Plus displays with HDR10 Plus and 10-bit color. So there you go. A bit of an upgrade there. On the connectivity front, there's a X52 5G modem that supports both sub 6 gigahertz and millimeter wave with multi-SIM capabilities. It's also Bluetooth 5.1 and Wi-Fi 6 ready, while Quick Charge 4 Plus is available. Interesting. It says here, Xiaomi will have the first device using the Snap 750G. Commercial availability is expected by the end of 2020. So there you go. I'm wondering how much extra it's going to make phones cost, devices cost in general. I wonder if it's going to be a big price jump for the 750G. If anything, I could see this coming onto the upcoming Pixel 5a, which I think would be great if they kept that Pixel 5a at a $350 price point. But maybe Snap or maybe Qualcomm will release another updated version of this Snap 7 series or whatever. But it looks like there's so many to pick from. But yeah, that's it. That's what we got for Qualcomm. So, all right, guys. I got two more stories. We are in OT. We will continue. Android 11 for Android TV. So I'm still not familiar with Android TV. I still haven't used Android TV. I still don't really know what it's about, but it's going to come with auto low latency mode, enhanced gamepad support, and more. Android 11 launched on phones a few weeks ago. Now Google is bringing it to the big screen. So this is what Android TV looks like. I need one of these just to like test out Android TV. Google today announced the release of Android 11 for Android TV. The update is tailored for the TV and what's important to the platform. Things like auto low latency mode, extended gamepad support, and silent boot for system updates are prioritized. Google says OEM partners will bring Android 11 to the Android TV platform in the coming months. Google today announced the release of Android 11 for the Android TV platform just 2 weeks after the update released for mobile devices. It's not quite the same update as what came from mobile, with more focus being placed on media features. All right, so here's what Android 11 is bringing to Android TV. Core features, many features that came with 11 will be coming to Android TV. Google pulls out enhanced memory management and revamped privacy. So that's great. We can expect features like bubbles or the power menu button to be absent as they don't make sense for the TV. Okay. Enhanced media support. So we read this 8 million times now. It's going to support auto low latency mode and low latency media decoding. This is just real technical jargon that I don't really want to get into. Improved developer tools. Google says OEM partners will work on bringing Android 11 to the TV platform within the next couple of months. Blah, blah, blah. I just need to try Android TV one of these days. So, all right. Just a quick thing. I will get into chat, but I want to go over one more story here. And this article from Android Police, when this goes away, please go away. Thank you. Is the Nokia 8.35G is finally coming to the US for $700. I don't really know much about this phone. I might have talked about it in the past, but I honestly don't remember half the things I talk about. But the cheaper Nokia 3.4 and 2.4 are on the way too. So this is the 8.3 with this circular rear cam in the back. and looks like pretty full display. Nokia insignia at the bottom and a hole punch on the top left here. Nokia unveiled the 8.3 5G last spring, touting its first venture into unlocked 5G. However, Nokia didn't have any official plans to bring the 8.3 to the US at that time. Starting tomorrow, wow, okay, you'll be able to order the Nokia 8.3 5G unlocked for $700. Too spendy. Nokia is also revealing two new budget phones, the Nokia 2.4 and 3.4. Oh my God. Okay, so, well, here's the thing. This Nokia 8.3 is a Snap 765G, a 6.81 inch display. $700 though. That's pretty expensive for a 765G. I mean, this $700 price point, God damn it. This $700 price point is what we're going to be seeing possibly on the Pixel 5, which is also teetering on too expensive. If the Pixel 5 price is at $700, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm going to buy it because I'm an idiot anyway. When I see a Nokia 8.3 pricing at the same price point, my first thought is, well, the cameras aren't going to be as good as the Pixel 5. Okay, so let's kind of just read what's in it though. So 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage. It does have a micro SD slot, a 6.81 inch display, a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, so a bigger battery as well. Primary shooter, an ultra wide, a depth sensor, a macro, and a selfie. Android 10, which is promised to upgrade to Android 11. It does have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack though, for $700. So there's no telephoto camera, just like the Pixel 5. It does not have a high refresh screen, and it doesn't have millimeter wave. So you can only get 5G on T-Mobile in the US. It's not certified for AT&T's network. So it looks like there's a couple missteps with it. I haven't used a Nokia in forever. I'm not really going to read these other Nokia ones in here, but if you're interested, just let me know. I'll give you the link, or I'm sure you could, Google it and find the same exact article that I'm reading. Let me get into chat here. But yeah, so the Nokia 8.3 5G, is it worth $700? I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Maybe Nokia is doing something that's like remarkable, but I don't think they're doing anything revolutionary at this point. Okay. So let's see here. X-Techie says, man, that's why I like your stream. You are honest about tech, and that's important to me. I think everybody should be honest about tech. And I don't know if everyone is, or at least in the fashion that I am. And I feel like the more I do this, the more savage I'm going to get. I don't know. I think it goes in waves. It's like, but whatever. Anyway, X-Techie, I appreciate you saying that. That's very nice of you. Big House says, Jerome is on a roll today. Never gets sent anything twice. I don't. I really don't. I don't remember the last time anyone sent me anything twice because I usually don't review it or I don't have nice things to say about it. Fear the Rue 42 says, we think that the Pixels are going in the right direction. Signed, Mark Lavoie and Mario Carras. Yeah. Where are they now? Okay, let me see here. Oskin says, hey, Jerome, help me convince my parents to buy me a Pixel 4a. I can't convince your parents shit. I'm the last person that's going to convince them to get anything. I can't say you need to buy Oskin one, but no, I'm not the right person for that. There we go. Wait, you said the same thing. Team Rice says, Jerome, we should do TNT Joe 5 membership testimonies. That would be a fun video, actually. It would be a funny video. I'd make it look like an infomercial. Deepak says, Jerome is a really honest YouTuber, not a multi-million sellout. It's actually funny you say that because the company I used to work for, they know that. They know that. They knew about my YouTube channel, and they would always Talk to me about that. They're like, so wait, you're saying that if somebody offered you like $100 million right now and you would have to say something that wasn't true, you wouldn't say it? I'd be like, no, why would I do that? Why would I misinform the community? I don't think I could live with myself lying to people that trust what I have to say, or at least have, give my personal opinion on. I mean, I don't expect people to see eye to eye with me, just like the whole fingerprint scanner stuff. I know people don't agree with it. I know a lot of people don't want a rear fingerprint reader, or they think that they're going backwards by removing face unlock on there. But I don't see it that way. I think a fingerprint reader is great technology. I think right now it's still a great, useful technology that I feel could even come to be better if we used it with face unlock, so that in the times that we do need face unlock, that would be more convenient than reaching for the rear fingerprint reader. Like if the phone is on the table, obviously the rear fingerprint reader is shitty at that point because it's laying on the table and you got to pick up the phone. That makes in-display fingerprint reader even better. Put all of it in there. I don't, there's a different use case for everything. Okay. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm scrolling down. I'm not going to go through everything. We're about to kind of close things off here. Ahmed, Husamadin, right? Ahmed, welcome to the stream. Hey Jerome, what's up? Come on, they have announced the 775G. Oh yeah, 775G on July with no details. Now they're announcing some overclocked previous generation of mobile processors, rebranding them as 768G, 735G, 750G. You're not wrong. I have no idea how good any of these are, if it's really going to be that much of a difference. Maybe it doesn't even take them that much to change things up. So that's a good point. Ahmed. All right. Big House says, I love the size of the Nokia 8.3 with a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, but no stereo speakers and TGDH. What's TGDH? What am I missing there, Big House? I'm not keen on that. I didn't realize it didn't have stereo speakers though. Ted says Velvet is $700. Can't remember if the dual screen case is included. I don't think it is. I think it was $700 for just the phone itself, the one display. Big House says it is an Android One device with 2 years of updates promised though, which is good. Stock Android, right? I think, yeah. Oskin says the 8.3 is 6 months older now. Yeah, it just came to the States. There you go. Big House says, I take the Velvet over the Nokia all day long. Junior Aziz, what's going on, Junior? We're getting 4K 60 on the Pixel 5. I know. I talked about it. You missed it, Junior. Where were you? How dare you miss this stream? God damn it. Just kidding. Tito Escobar, how's it going, Tito? Hey, I enjoy your perception on tech. Keep doing your thing, bro. I'll keep watching. I appreciate that, Tito. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do appreciate that. I appreciate hearing that from you guys, because I mean, the fact of the matter is, even if people didn't watch and didn't agree, I would never change who I am for what I do. So anyway, I appreciate that. Ed Cruzat, how's it going, Ed? 4K 60 on the same image sensor and lesser processor. Pixel 4 XL better get that too then. Yeah, so this is something that we've talked about now we talked about earlier, and we're talking about it again, is I'm really confused that they're going to be providing 4K 60, but they said they weren't able to do that before. Someone did bring up the point that maybe it was an overheating issue that got alleviated or is capable with the 765G, but who knows? Who knows? Junior Aziz says 95 Google just confirmed recycled aluminum chassis for the Pixel 5 and 4K 60. If the phone is going for 650 as rumored, that's solid phone for the money. Like, I feel two ways about that. I mean, Junior, we talked about this as well. So for me though, I want to see a $599 price point. I think that is a solid phone for the money, but I'll pay $650 for it. I don't want to pay $700 though. I'll pay $650. I don't want to pay $700, but if they price it at $700, I'll buy it because, like I said, I'm an idiot. I mean, I bought an $800 Pixel 4, so why wouldn't I buy a $700 Pixel 5? Fear the Room 42 says, being a huge sports fan, I absolutely hate it when people just regurgitate the same stuff. Jerome, honestly, you are a breath of fresh air in the tech community. Thank you, man. Thank you. I wish more people were able to find me, but Google's really good at not showing me around to other people, what are you going to do? I always feel like if I started a new channel, then I would get found again. I think they've just completely blacklisted this channel, but I don't know. Piotr says, going back to the Pixel lineup, don't you think that Google made itself away to the Pixel Ultra variant, launching more in line with the new Snapdragon chip in the beginning of the year? Hold on, let me read that again. Don't you think Google made itself away to the Pixel Ultra variant, launching more? Are you saying that they should launch a Pixel Ultra? Because you're right. At the beginning of the year, which is so around February, is Galaxy time. That's when the S20 whatever comes out, and the Galaxy lineup is usually the first to provide the new Snapdragon chipset. So if you're thinking of like a Pixel Ultra, let's talk about a Pixel Ultra. If Google decided to release something like a Pixel Ultra and did it around like the beginning of next year, it would be around that same time frame with the Galaxy S21 or S30 or whatever. And they would use the Snapdragon 875 series chipset. They could definitely make a Pixel Ultra and have a big ass screen on it, 875 chipset, 8 gigs of RAM. Go ahead, put 256, 512 gigs of internal storage. I mean, go ahead, put 12 gigs of RAM if you want. Are they going to upgrade the camera on it though? God damn it. Yeah, I knew it was a matter of time before it was going to die. Are they going to put a new camera on it though? Probably not. I think that's a good question too, is when are they going to put new camera optics on their Pixel lineup? When are we going to get something that's going to like obliterate the upcoming iPhones? Or is the iPhone just going to be the king of the camera phone, at least in the mainstream market, for a while now? I don't know. So I can't replace that light because that battery that died is charging, and that will probably last 5 minutes. And yeah. So anyway. Oh, Big House says too goddamn high. Thank you, Big House. I gotcha. Ed Cruzat says Chi-Town represent. Hell yeah. I ended my friends chatting regarding the iPhone versus Pixel for your stream, Jerome. That is an argument that I can't have that argument anymore. That's too much. I've done it too many times. Tito Escobar says I searched Pixel and found you, Jerome. Was that recently? I don't know if I still come up in searches and stuff. So if you're able to find me recently, that makes me happy. At least I can still get found somewhat, somehow, hopefully. But yeah, I get about 2 new subscribers a day. Maybe one. I think in a week I get about 3 to 4 new subscribers, and I lose about 10 to 15 subscribers every day, guys. That's why you don't even see my subscriber count, because I just lose so many every day, and I'm just like, I'm tired of looking at the numbers as well. So Team Verizon says we've got a really underrated tech stream here. Thank you, Team Verizon. I appreciate that, man. More people need to find your channel. Again, I appreciate it. It's fine if this is the way it stays. I'm fine with that too. Like, I enjoy talking with you guys. It's nice to have you guys on, and it's nice to talk about tech, and like it helps me like keep me on my toes with what's going on as well. Oskin says, I'll make your channel, our channel to become famous, and I'll increase the number of subs. Oskin, guys, you don't have to do any of that, guys. Stop. You guys are fine. Paul says, no, they'll tear that Google Ultra up, or they'll mess it up. Maybe. Junior says next year Google will. For now, I think the value for money approach Google is going. Yeah, so I feel like if Google is about to really bring the heat and bring the premium stuff, it's going to be with the Pixel 6. It's going to be with their in-house chipset. That's when they're going to bring the heat. It looks like the closer we are to the Pixel 5 event, the Pixel 4a 5G event, we know it's just going to be the 4a 5G will be a mid-range smartphone. And I think what they're calling the Pixel 5 is a premium mid-range smartphone, which sounds weird, but it kind of makes sense as well. So Oskin says the lights aren't disturbing, Jerome, just leave it. I know it's fine. I'm just going through chat here. We're about to call it a day, guys. So Tito Escobar says, yeah, well, good. I'm glad you found me recently. I'm glad to hear that. What's the best way to get you that iPhone photo that we talked about like an hour and a half ago? You can email me at hello@jeromeortega.com, or actually you can just DM me on Instagram or Twitter at Phone Jerome. I can take a look at it there. So feel free to do that. Oh, I got a super. Wait, I think I got a super chat earlier too. Did Brian send me a super chat? He did. Did I say did I miss chat? I think I missed some chat. Brian, I don't know if I already thanked Brian, but Brian, hi Brian. Brian, I know Brian's at work. So Brian, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you so much for the dollar support. Did I say thank you to Brian already? If I didn't, here's your thank you. If I did already, here's your second thank you, because Brian supports almost every stream, almost daily. I think Brian has supported 99% of my streams. So Brian, thank you so much, man. Thank you again for the support. And Big House also with a $2 super chat. No, that says haven't seen Brian today. This is for his streak. No, he did. Brian just came in and just dropped a super chat. I think he's busy at work. So Brian, thank you. Big House, thank you as well. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting as always. Oskin says the light is not that important for. I know, but I like having otherwise there's all this glare on my glasses, and anyway. Piotr says I got hooked up by your phone camera comparisons on Jerome Ortega's channel. I think you should do more of those. I would, but they take a lot of time and they really don't provide a lot of revenue. And so like I've been trying to figure out how I can do something while still making enough money to get by and pay the bills and all that kind of stuff. If I could do it all day, that's all I do. I do camera comparisons, I do streams, and I do my other YouTube channel. But it's, yeah. So thank you though, Piotr. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Tito says, I get about 5 subscribers a week and lose 3 a day, bro. The struggle is real, my friend. I'm glad you can relate, Tito. I'm glad you can relate. So, all right, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. We are at 3:50 p.m. We're already deep into this stream. I've gone over an hour and a half. Guys, I want to thank you for stopping by today. Again, one last time, if you haven't had a chance, please hit that thumbs up button. It is a way to support. If you are not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. I do want to thank all my patrons, my Patreons. I want to thank all my YouTube members who are supporting this channel, for everyone in chat who's come to say hi, for everyone who super chatted today. Thank you as well. Guys, I always appreciate the support. I appreciate the community that we've grown here. It means a lot to me. I'm glad to see the regulars come by every day. It's always nice to see you guys. So with that being said, I will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central. We'll do it all over again. I am starting to run out of steam anyway, so I'm about to conclude it here. Here comes the outro music. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Later.